afternoon. Now last time I said I was going to review some low budget British films from the 2000s because quite frankly we're sick of the crap we've been watching. So this week I found a film from 2022 called The Power Tool Cheerleaders, First the Band of the Undead by Pat Higgins. It sounds thrilling and the poster certainly does promise lots of bedroom twister, good looking women and the undead, so surely nothing can go wrong here. But first I must issue a warning. Your missus may have been coerced or may be coerced to see the new Bridget Jones film. You know, the film about the fat singleton who sits around being depressed rather than getting a leg over, but then gets a leg over with too many people. It started back in 2001 with Bridget Jones' Diary, with Renee Zellweger, Hugh Grant and Colin Firth. They had a fight at the end and then she chose who she wanted. What a happy ending. And then came the second one, Bridget Jones and The Edge of Tomorrow. No, not The Edge of Tomorrow, that's a Tom Cruise film, The Edge of Reason, which was basically the same as the first film. But then they made the third one, Bridget Jones and the Baby. Patrick Dempsey appeared, but who's the kid? Who's the father? A problem only a slag would have. Needless to say, it was Colin Firth's. So now she's got a kid, she's got a fella. Surely that was the end of it. But no, a new one has come out, Bridget Jones 4, Mad About the Boy. Now let's have a look at the poster. What do you notice? Something slightly different to the previous ones. I'm sure you can't guess what's going to happen. In this film, her two kids are grown up and are now at school. And, unfortunately, Colin Firth has died. Colin Firth in the film was a humanitarian lawyer and he gets killed in Sudan, leaving her basically a widow with two kids, which is obviously horrible, but it's also his own fault for being in that job. But of course it's a comedy, so they need to bring in some light-hearted humour to cheer things up. Obviously, she needs a new husband. Hugh Grant's still knocking about, but then a young fella finds her on Tinder, they eventually meet up, and well, you know, do what people do. However, at the same time, she also meets her kid's science teacher. Yes, a science teacher, played by Chitwell Effiejaw. I think I've got that right, I don't care. Chitwell, the science teacher, and the young fella are competing for her affection. Who's going to win this one out? I think you can guess what happens at the end. Needless to say, she fucks off the young fella and gets with the science teacher. You can just imagine the conversation she had with her kids, which doesn't appear in the film, and nor would it. I know your father died in Sudan and was killed, but anyway, meet your new dad, Chitwell. If your wife wants to go and see it, tell her not to. Anyway, let's get on with Power Tool Cheerleaders' first boy band of the undead. Will there be bedroom twister? Will there be the undead? Will it be any good? We can only hope.
The film starts with a cheerleader singing. Oh dear.
By the Power Tool Cheerleaders,
Boy band of the Screeching Dead.
Power Tool Cheerleaders,
Boy band of the Screeching Dead.
Power Tool Cheerleaders.
Boy band of the Screeching.
So they're singing the name of the film. Great, here's the opening titles. We then see Emily at work, the singing cheerleader, when she's called to the office by her boss, Jay's dad.
Hi, Emily. Come in. So, tell me what happened.
Unpleasant customer?
You deal with unpleasant customers every day. You don't usually...
Get out! Get out! Get out!
No, I don't usually do that.
So what's different?
Nothing, she's just a woman. Anyway, later that day when she's back at home, she sees an advert for some X Factor style shit competition on her laptop, so of course she has to apply, like all these other people.
You beat the best? Join us for the new series of Spotlight Chasers. Auditions are open now.
When I was still in high school and the Deborah Jeffreys Award for Continued Athletic Excellence in 2007.
The posh one.
Okay, so I am here auditioning for this cheerleading squad.
Are you live streaming this?
Yeah. Is that not okay?
Yeah, could you just not for a minute?
The annoying one. I hope she dies first.
Truth is, I can't even remember what this advert I replied to was. Last week's kind of a blur.
The Essex girl.
Well, it's bright and cheerful and is therefore the last thing that anyone would expect me to do.
The goth.
Power cheer! But do they get your votes? Get those styling fingers ready.
No, I reckon the next hour and 50 minutes of this is gonna be very, very painful. Anyway, later that night, Emily has a dream sequence.
Grandma?
Dreams come true, kill them all.
Grandma?
Rip his fucking face 3 days. You have to win. Make them pay.
I like your red hair ribbon. Oh, sweetheart. I think that's a bit of intestine.
Nice. But then they start singing.
You won't step on the stage. I never knew you in your youth or even in old age.
Not nice. Please wake up so this singing fucking ends. Dion, was that you? Thank God she's woken up. We then meet the woman who's training the cheerleaders to win the competition. She's very up her own arse.
I manage people like you and try and teach them to be just a tiny bit closer to how amazing I was.
We're doing all right. We won our first round of Spotlight Chasers.
Doing all right. It's for also-rans and fourth wives. I'm going to make sure you win the whole show. Even if it kills you.
Let's hope it does sooner rather than later.
Starman. That was the very best amateur cheerleading routine I think I've seen this week.
Thank you. If we need further feedback, we'll submit a customer care ticket.
How you doing, Brianna? Trying to work out who you spent last night with by whose aftershave your underwear smells of.
You underestimate me, little singing boy. Actually, I used the dental records left by the tooth marks in my headboard.
Only another hour and a half to go. Anyway.
Hey, I wanted to apologise for those guys. We cool them?
What a simp.
So would this be the beginning? Or maybe just another end? A million words make me think of you, but none of them are friend.
I really don't know how much more of this I can take. There's some more singing. Let's get to some actual action. In an attempt to hopefully make them stop singing, their trainer takes them to the middle of nowhere so they can focus on what they're doing, and naturally, they're not pleased with it.
If there is anything close to a clean bed in this rundown pigfucker's paradise, it is mine. No arguments.
Have you been good for Mum? Really? It's not meant to be green, is it? Could you put her on for a minute? Yeah, Mummy's having a really lovely time. Really super.
This place is a bag of dicks!
It doesn't look too bad after all. What are they moaning about? It's got beams. What more do you want? Well, you can't have everything. It's character. Later that evening, the annoying boy band are on their way to annoy the girls, while singing for at least 5 minutes. Here's the last 30 seconds of the song before things go wrong.
Fuck, man! It's me, I'm moving. Oh, that's good. No, it's not the usual bits.
Where's my hand? Where's my fucking hand?
At least it shut 'em up. Anyway, it turns out that they are dead. However, now they are the undead, as told through the medium of singing. At the country house, there's a rare thing with 5 women: silence until. If only there was a detached dead hand to strangle her and shut her up. Ah, there we go. Ah, thank God for that.
Already say what the dizzy fucker was that just in my head?
Who's this? But this thing isn't! No! We are not letting you out, Lefty!
It's a right hand.
Yeah? So whoever's hand it is only has the left one. Thanks, Lefty.
Man, this is some bad voodoo.
Maybe, if we all put a finger on it, we can move it around like on a Ouija board. Communicate that way.
What would that solve?
It wouldn't solve anything. I just thought it'd be kind of cool.
At this point, the undead come and greet the girls, at last hopefully putting an end to this film, with an hour left.
You were never going to win. The show was rigged. And now, you're going to die.
I don't know what the hell you are. But get the fuck away from my best waitress.
Monty! How did you...
You left some stuff at the cafe when you quit. I thought I'd do you the courtesy of dropping it off. Now get away from her.
This is the 21st century. Have you any idea how offensive it is to come here and try and save a girl in distress? Didn't you get the memo? Girls can take care of themselves.
Very true.
My God, Jay's dad has changed. The next half an hour of the film is them fighting the undead, making friends with the undead, and then, well, I'm not really quite sure what's going on. Needless to say, it's almost the end of the film now. Thank God.
And the winning act for this year is Power Cheer!
They won. The audience loses by watching the film. The end. Not a fucking chance.
That was absolutely appalling. I'd rather have watched Bridget Jones 4. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I'd rather have watched neither. There's so much potential with the story, but ultimately there was too much singing. Too much singing is any singing in a film. Next week, it's Ship of the Damned. Surely that's got to be better than this shit. Until next time, ta-ta for now. Remember, stay away from Bridget Jones and stay away from musicals.